Hi, this is Candy Eastman, the only candy mom wants you to have. And you know what? I want to introduce an amazing company that could be considered one of the only beauty tech startups. I'm talking about Parfait, ladies and gentlemen. You like my Parfait hair? Parfait specializes in offering a technology powered, customer driven wig design process using AI technology. And Parfait creates wig with custom cap size and lace tints. So, we're going to talk about how they've been changing the game. I just absolutely love them. And I had a chance to test out their product. And I'm going to share my experience a little later on in the show. But right now, I'd like to introduce to you Iso Big Dion and my girl Simone Kendall, co-founders of Parfait. Hey, ladies.
Hey,
I
Candy.
can't see.
All right. I want to know all about you. I want all our listeners inside the candy store to know all about you. I've read some good things about you. And how did you get started? Take
Yeah,
us on that journey.
yeah, definitely. Well, Parfait really started with a problem experienced by many women of color, and that's managing and caring for our textured hair. For me, the journey started when I was 10 years old, and I had a really dangerous encounter with a chemical relaxer that made all of my natural hair fall out. And so since then, I started using wigs and extensions to give my hair a break and a chance to regrow, and really spent the next 20 years kind of just navigating this friction filled, highly manual market of product and services. And so in that time, there's just been little innovation seen to really improve the wig buying process and the customization process and the installation process for wigs and extensions. And so my background and my team's background are both in tech, right? I used to work for Amazon, Microsoft, and Target. Two of our other co-founders have worked for IBM, Google, and Waymo and NASA, and we've just seen how technology has been able to improve the lives of everyday people. And so and when I was attending Afrotech 2019, a light bulb really went off, right? Could we use technology to fix this problem? And so immediately I called my sister at that time. She was a fifth year PhD at MIT, really focused on computer vision for drone swarm coordination and search and rescue technology. And so we really began exploring the problem, began training models that allow us to really determine how we can actually customize and size and understand the color palettes of your skin tone virtually without the need for human intervention or significant human intervention. And we ended up building this first app that allows us to fully customize wigs and extensions using our AI technology.
Well, you guys have so much diverse backgrounds. Simone, this question is for you. What level of support do you offer customers in the market for a tailored wig like mine?
Yes, yes. Well, I know you experienced a little bit of it when you were getting your parfait, but we really are focused on customer experience. Similar to what Issa was talking about, we've been struggling with our own wigs for literal decades, and so when we thought about how we would want to be treated, we set up an experience that really supports that. And so when you go to our website www.myparfait.com, you'll be welcomed with a ton of information around different styles, curated looks, ways that you can curate your own look. But then you can also sign up for a consultation with one of our stylists that we have actually here in Dallas, Texas. And so you'll be able to speak with a stylist for free as long as you need to really think about, what it takes for you to get that dream look that you have in mind. Once you're at that point and you say, hey, I'm ready to take the plunge and get my new parfait wig, we give you all the care guides, all the tools you need in the box. So wig clips, combs, a travel bag for your wig, all the things, little scissors in case you need to snip a little here or there. We really thought very deeply about what are all the things that are very helpful in wearing your wig and really enjoying it for a long period of time. But then, hey, look, maybe it's hard to put on a wig for your first time. Call our stylist again. We have stylists there ready to help you install your wig for the first time, the third time, the fifth time. They will get on Zoom with you or just an audio call with whichever you prefer and really just support you throughout the journey. And so we're constantly building out new tutorials. We're making new content. We're showing you how to style in fun ways. But really, it's both on the sort of functional use of wigs. Like we just want you to feel really confident and really good about the wig that you have on. And when you're making that decision on both ends, but also like have fun with your wig too. And so we have a lot of tutorials and content for that as well.
Simone, I love the blonde. It looks good on you. I can't wait to go blonde.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
Eso, I want you to take our listeners and our viewers through the process, through the entire process?
Yeah, it's a pretty simple process. We've designed it to be pretty frictionless so that you get to do all the fun stuff. This is selecting just a cool new style that you'd want to try. And so it really starts by logging on to www.myparfait.com, click on Tailor Your Wig, and there you will enter our wig wizard where you can choose one of three different variations of skin tone so that you can accurately depict what you think you would look like in your wig selection. And so from there, you go ahead and you select your texture, your length, your style, the color of the hair, how you want it parted, whether you want curls or you want it straightened, if you want a kinky twist out, you're able to select those options through our wig wizard. And then once you go through your checkout process, all you have to do is take 4 quick selfies. From those selfies, we can extract the circumference of your head and the color palettes of your skin tone. And we use these measurements and your skin tone palette to actually create and construct a custom wig from scratch as soon as you click checkout. And so it's a very simple process for our customers to go through.
It really is, because I went through that process, and sometimes I get turned around with technology, but we moved right along and it was easy and I loved it. And what are some of the things, feedback that you have gotten from your customers?
Yeah, feedback has been really great. I think one of the things that was really awesome was we started building this business. I mean, the idea came Afrotech 2019 to ESO, but we started building. I joined the team last May. And I mean, I think I started on a Tuesday and have never left. And every day I've been grinding, trying new products and new styles, but also testing our wigs on a lot of women, different head sizes, head shapes, skin tones. So we initially, thought about, well, hey, there's some lace tints that are not matching everyone. So we took a long time in our beta process to really get this right. And so when we sell a wig today, it fits. It's got a band in the back, so it's really secure. You don't have to wear glue with it. The color is handmade, so you've got stylists who really know what they're doing, really curating these looks in a really thoughtful way. So when you think about color placement that you would get in a salon, like Kandi, you have one of our dark ombres, and so
Yes.
you can see this sort of very subtle brown in the root area, and then it goes into a lighter brown. And so these are really like curated looks that we've thought a lot about of, hey, how do we get someone from no color to a little bit of color? And so we inch you into eventually blonde like me. But really the feedback is really awesome. I mean, fit, it was our core focus, but also just the amount of different colors that people can try and just the versatility of the looks. It's just been really, really positive.
Yeah, I think one thing I want to add is just the customer service experience is something that our customers have been giving us really positive feedback on. We offer free 30-day returns and 30 days of free adjustment. So if there's anything wrong with your wig, you decided you want a slightly different style, you ship it back to us and we guide you through that entire process so that you really get a custom wig that you love. And that is something that is really important to us because it's about your preferences and how you feel and whatever makes you feel beautiful.
And Parfait Hair is truly redefining the way you do beauty, ladies. I just absolutely love it. And I was amazed when I heard that Parfait raised $5 million in funding of the
Yes.
process. We want to hear all about it. I know that we may have some viewers that are women in business. Take us through how that happened for you, Iso.
Yeah, honestly, it's been a 3-4 year journey to get to where we are. In the very beginning, it's really hard to get people to take you seriously, right? Especially when we are women of color. Before we even got to Wharton, we did not come from like Ivy League backgrounds, the traditional investable entrepreneur that was the archetype, right? And so convincing people that there was a problem to solve in this space and that there hasn't really been innovation in this space to make this process easier for the women who really need it was something that was really hard for us. So we actually started by going to friends and family, just talking to as many people as possible about what we wanted to build and why it was so important. And so in 2019, actually December 2019, we raised our first $40,000. And this allowed us to just build the application and then go out and prove that this was possible. And so from there, we found our very first influencers or amplifiers who really believed in our mission, our vision, and their names are Unshackled Ventures. And they invested about $300,000 in our business to allow us to really build the operations of the supply chain and really build the technology infrastructure that we use to actually create these custom wigs that we can deliver now in 7 to 9 business days from purchase to delivery, truly custom and constructed. And so we slowly inched our way into the market and continued to prove milestone by milestone. And then in October of last year, Upfront Ventures, Serena Williams venture firm, Serena Ventures, and then a slew of other really powerful and important venture capitalists decided that there really was a problem to solve. They believed that the market size was viable. And so just going through the process of defining the problem, explaining how we were a viable business and our path to growing and scaling. It was a very long journey, but we ended up with $5 million at the end. And we're really excited to use that $5 million to really create a differentiated and a custom and an easy experience for women everywhere to get custom wigs and custom extensions to really fit whatever use cases they use them for.
And again, the custom wigs, tailored hair can be shipped in 5 to 7 days.
5 to 7 business days for natural SKUs, 7 to 9 business days if you want color, from construction to delivery.
Okay. All right. Now, either one of you can answer this question. What advice would you give women who are starting a business in the hair industry or beauty industry?
Yeah, I could start here. Simone was definitely the entrepreneur of the decade when it comes to owning and operating her own hair shop. For those looking to like scale a venture similar to ours, I would just say be resilient because it was a really, really, really long journey, right? To really build a business that's scalable, it takes time and it takes capital. And so going through that process of business formation, going through the process of raising money, it takes a lot of time and it also takes a lot of emotional toll across that journey. So being resilient and knowing that you'll get to the end is something that I would give as advice. But definitely going to push it over to Simone, who's done this before and it's her second time around.
Yeah.
And before we get to, we have a surprise. I know we're going to give away some tailored hair. Before we
Yeah.
get to that, I just got to say thank you, ladies. Thank you, Eso. Thank you, Simone. The Glam Squad came to Houston a couple of weeks ago, glammed me up,
Yeah.
styled me. And, this is my first wig. So, of course, I was kind of shy about feeling, oh, does this look like a wig? Uh, I don't know how I'm going to feel. Everybody has said it's so natural, so light. You got the breathable cap. I'm loving it. I'm having fun every day. So
We
thank
love
you.
it. We love to see it. Kandi, I didn't realize this was going to be your first wig experience. So it's even more exciting because I don't think I've seen you without this wig since you got it, which is a great sign. I love it. I love it. But yeah, to get to your question around, what advice we give to women or men trying to get into the hair and beauty world, I think in today's world, it's extremely difficult to start if you don't know something very specifically about a customer that has a need or a very specific problem that you can solve for, and you uniquely are well suited to solve that problem. So when I think about, our Parfait, right, aren't just a hair company, right? We're not just selling bundles. We're not just selling wigs. We're solving a core problem, which is today's wigs don't fit our skin tone or our heads. And so we're using technology to solve for that, right? Because the team that we have has the ability to do that. And we raised a little bit of capital in order to do that because technology needs money to do the things that we need to do. And so I think that you have to start with a real problem, and especially in the hair and beauty space because it's so saturated. You cannot just launch a new lipstick line. You cannot just launch another hair company. If I were doing a hair company, I would look at how do you create a completely new look for someone? How do you curate that experience for that person so they're not having to do all the work of figuring out X, Y, and Z of a style? Like you have to make it easy for people. So find the problem, make it easy for people, and then really be serious about it. To Iso's point, stay resilient, stay focused, do your research, watch Shark Tank for 8 hours a day if that's the best way that you can sort of visually see what your journey could be like. But I think really immersing yourself and be dedicated to the process, because it is a process. You're not going to open up a Shopify site and like go wild in a day. It'd be great if you did. But being really, realistic and taking your time and thinking deeply about the problem you're solving and who you're serving. And it'll come around for sure.
Now, the good part.
Yes.
How can some of our viewers get one of these? Get one of the ones that Simone is wearing.
Yes, literally building out your dream wig on this site. That's what we want to gift you guys, is whatever you would have ever wanted: a new color, a new cut, a bob, all that. We are excited for you guys to experience it.
Simone, how can
what I love
to win a wig?
Yeah. So it's pretty easy. You're gonna go to Kandi giveaway at squarespace.com. And actually, I'm going to type it in so Avery can share, because I did not send it. Let me send it out here so you all can see. But it's going to be candygiveaway-squarespace.com. And so you'll enter in there, and all you have to do is follow us on Instagram and sign up there. And we'll decide. Actually, Kandi, you probably can pick the winner. That way the heat's not on us. We'll let Kandi pick the winner. And from there, you'll be able to experience the entire tailored experience on myparfait.com. So we'll get your entries in, and then somebody lucky enough, Kandi will choose them, and they will win an entire experience all tailored to them.
And the beautiful thing is they can choose. They can get the Bobby Brown bob. I call this the Bobby Brown bob. They can get bobs with no bangs.
Yep.
They can get, you have some natural styles. You have some long lengths. You have curly. You have all types of colors. Go to the website. Go to My Parfait. Check it out on Instagram, on Facebook. And see. There's a lot to see and choose.
Yeah.
This is so exciting.
Yeah. And the best part is, even if you don't find a wig style that you love on our site now, that's what virtual consultations are all about, right? Talk to one of our stylists. We probably can make it for you, probably still in 5 to 7 business days. So just definitely let us know, and let us know what you decide that you want. And then we'll be sure to make sure that we source and customize that special for you.
And finally, Iso, how did you come up with the name Parfait?
Oh, wow. Yes, Parfait. So there's a lot of nuance to the name Parfait. Simone and I spent 2 months on a journey with a brand firm who really helped us understand who we were serving and what we really cared about, right? And so Parfait means perfect in French, and perfect is unique to each individual person. If you think about what a parfait is as a food, it's a layered dessert, right? And so what we are trying to create is a very sweet layered experience, right? There's a lot of layers to the different customization options you can have in your hair. There's a lot of layers to why women wear wigs, and we want to make sure that we encompass and we account for all of those different preferences, and Parfait is the best way to do it. And so rather than buy your traditional stock wig, you can buy a custom parfait at myparfait.com.
Oh, I love it. Parfait is soft, it's sweet. I'm the only candy mom wants you to have, so you may as well get the only parfait mom wants you to have.
Exactly.
So thank you so much for spending some time with us. Is there anything else you want our listeners and viewers to know before you go?
Simone?
Not much, other than thank you for having us, Kandi. We love telling people about our story and what we're trying to build. It really gives us an opportunity to show how much intentionality there is behind the things that we're doing. We're really here trying to help people and making them feel the most confident they've ever felt in a wig. And so thank you so much for giving us space to do that.
And thank you, Simone and Iso.
Thank
My
you,
Parfait.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Bye, Kandi.